In today's show, we're taking a look from McFarlane Toys from the Demon Slayer animation, Tanjiro Kamado. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show, guys. Welcome to Red Pill Animations. I'm your host, Red, and today we are taking a look at Demon Slayer Tanjiro Kamado. And if you're not familiar with the show, I highly recommend you watch it. There's I believe, a season on Netflix, or I don't remember where. I don't know. I don't think it's on Netflix. I had to order Crunchyroll, which I ended up going down a rabbit hole watching other animations because I wanted to see what this show was all about. Or it is on Netflix. I'm all confused. I've been watching a lot of animations, so forgive me. And what I love about this show is I love the interpretation of the animators and writers, especially when it comes to the demons, how the interpretation of hell is sort of like an endless uh how can I explain it? Similar to the Harry Potter world where they got the floating staircases, people walking upside down. Well, they have a version like that of the demons where they live or where they occupy, where it's all modern or an old style Japanese homes, and you see the rice paper doors and windows and things like that. It's just countless halls upside down. There's different movements in this hell, and what I like about it versus Dante's Inferno, when you read that book, is that in Dante's you have to go down the rings. Here it's backwards. The lower, not very good demons, they're in the lower parts of this hell, lower rank or lower level, and the top demons, as they get higher, are in the higher level. And then obviously in the level one is the main demon in charge of all of them. So that's what I love about this show. I think it's fantastic, and I like the fact that McFarlane has the license for this. I haven't seen, or I can't tell online, if people are doing stop motion with this figure. I have seen some um Good Smile figures. If it's the same thing as Mayfex and SH Arts, you guys tell me in the comments if these are the same companies together or they're differently. And I see a lot of stop motion when it comes to Demon Slayer, and there's some fantastic guys out there. Gundam TV, Kokeso TV. They make fantastic Demon Slayer, but I really haven't seen anyone. And if they have, they don't put it in the comments when it comes to Demon Slayer. So we're gonna jump right in to the housekeeping, and I noticed that, which I always say, McFarlane, we don't really need the stand. As you can see, he is walking. He is standing on his own, but you notice that the stand has the Demon Slayer logo very small versus the Spawn or any other toy McFarlane has given us, where the logo happens to be taking up a lot of the real estate of the stand. But again, I would have preferred an alternate angry face as he's fighting the demons, but we'll talk about that later. McFarlane, we do get two separate hands here. You guys can see there. And last but not least, we do get the water swing effect, because the demon slayers, these samurais, are known for using their strengths based on the elements that either they're chosen or given in the academy or in the corp. So it's a very translucent uh, effect. So let me go ahead and try to put it here on the sword while I have the figure here. It's supposed to slide right in. Let's see if it slides in. Okay, and then there's one option that goes in. Here you go, guys. And as you can see, he's there. Looks like a flag, but it's not. It's supposed to be a swing effect when he's swinging his sword and he's conjuring up the spell of water to help him cut through the demons. And we've seen this style of effect when I did the Link review, which is a very lengthy review because the toy or the action figure had a lot of accessories to go with it. And, you know, McFarlane once again making me look like a fool. We don't need the stand, but apparently now we do because he's deciding he wants to fall. But give me a second, guys. Let me move him to the side. As a matter of fact, let me just put him on the stand. And we'll end all this nonsense. Here we go. And as you can see there, he's about to fall. You see the effect. So we'll take that effect off. As you can see, it goes looped there to give you that effect. I pulled the sword out. You know, I don't get a break when I do these videos, and I leave the bloopers. I really don't edit them because it tends to add the humor. So you guys can see this isn't, I'm not some paid chill by YouTube or anything like that. So we'll take the effect off. Let's look at the details of the sword. Beautiful sword, and it is the black blade that he gets, and it looks like it's got some writing on it. Well, it looks like my mistake. I thought it was the sword writing. It's just a manufacturer writing. Wrong again. All right. Thanks, McFarlane. Look at the details of the sword. Love the wrapping. Love everything on it. Let's bring Tanjiro so we can at least take a look at him before that. He's got that nice, he's got that trademark scar. The details are fantastic, not only from the hair, but he also has the earrings that I believe, again, I have to start watching season 1 again, that he inherited from his father, that has the logo. Now, what I will say, McFarlane, when it comes to this figure, this should have been a cloth. It's a plastic pretending to be cloth. It's very thin. It is movable, but you really can't appreciate Tanjiro and his Demon Slayer Corp uniform that he got. You know, had this been a cloth, we could take it off. But it's just, I know you're trying to keep the cost down, but I think all of us can agree with me that we're all willing to pay a little extra if it's going to throw in an extra head, if it's going to throw that. Now, on the articulation portion, we're looking at the same mechanism, if you aren't familiar already with it, that Ghostmaker had. These are almost the same, big fluffy pants. So they created this mechanism, and we've seen these type of you know, this type of look before. So I'm focusing right back in. We're gonna go ahead, take the hands off. I pulled them off camera. Let's go ahead, and that popped out. I got one hand out. You guys heard it. You heard the other one. We'll go ahead and put the first hand in. Like I said, guys, be careful. These pegs are small. When you put them in, I always tend to rotate them so they can go in. And then we'll go ahead and put the other one. Rotate them so the peg doesn't get damaged. So when I was articulating it out of the box to understand how the articulation worked, this arm did pop out. So, but I want to demonstrate to you guys how far McFarlane gave the figure when it comes to articulation. The robe isn't going to get in the way. You'll be able to put the the sword in two hands easily. It's not a problem. It's designed to bend that way to give you that range. So we'll start with the head. And again, guys, it's a stoic head. It's a simple head. It's semi-smiling. Would have preferred an angry head as he's fighting. Doesn't have to be an Aquaman head, but they could have given Tanjiro a separate head. Looks great. The figure looks fantastic. Looks just like the animation. We get that kind of articulation here. We'll get the arm to come out this far. The bicep swirl is actually here on this part of the arm. You do get a bend there, and you do get a swivel in the hand. So I'll make that swivel now, which I hate that mechanism in there. So that always makes me nervous. With the uniform, you'll get a mid and in the waist articulation. It is soft goods. The plastic doesn't get in the way, so when you're going to put them in some kind of like a karate pose or anything like that, it won't get in the way. You get this much of a kick, believe it or not. The swivel is actually located at the knee, guys. You get the swivel here. You only get single peg in the knee, single peg in the elbow, and then last but not least, you get the ankle articulation swivel, and you get a toe articulation on this, uh, you know, on his shoe or whatever, sandal, whatever he's wearing in his foot. Can't think of the name right now. I'm trying to get this guy organized. So overall, it's a fantastic looking figure. For animators out there, you'll find it a little difficult because of the structure, the way they did the design. But overall, it's a great figure. You might be able to work it. And I always say it, if Justin Ratch can make He-Man figures move, this can be made to be moved. I'm not getting the yellow guy. He gets on my nerves. I don't really like him in the show, but I'm going to get his sister, and I'm going to wait until the guy with the boar head comes out and a couple of the demons, which McFarlane, every time you introduce a new line, you tend to introduce a lot of the superheroes, but people want villains and they don't want to wait till the next wave. So, try to compensate everybody with a little bit more villains. So, with that said, guys, let me know if this is a figure that you're collecting. Are you watching this anime? Share with me in the comments. Let me know. And if you like today's video, guys, let me know in the comments as well where I can improve, where I can grow with you guys. Hit the bell to get notified. Hit the like button if you liked it. And most importantly, guys, which has been helping the channel grow, make sure to subscribe. I've been seeing a lot of love from you guys. So please share with me if you enjoy this show. Share with me if this is something you're collecting to do in your animation. So me and Tanjiro, we're done. We're done with the review. There's nothing else we can say about it. Overall, that I I really, really enjoy getting this action figure. So we're done. And guess what, guys? You know the drill. We are